Okay, another one versus Malk, and this I believe is the same team I had in last week's battle against Second. Didn't change anything, just had two in a row. Similar to last week also, it's Crystal Man up against a guy who can spin, and it's also weak to ice. So this time, however, Malk wants to set up Stealth Rock instead of go for a hit. And he gets up his rocks, I get up some spikes, and I proceed to Ice Beam and take him out in one shot. So go Crystal Man, got a kill. Got spikes up, already looking pretty good, you know, the team doesn't have a spinner, but at the same time I don't care too much about SR. So, Sinson Disco is famous Sableye, and I've got as much as I love Sableye, it's my favorite Pokemon. I know that it can't really handle Aggron, so he Calm Minds, and Sableye does not enjoy a head smash one little bit, so I'm gonna go for that. Looks like this is my bulky Aggron. It's got 344 HP. I miss a head smash, and he misses a Will-O-Wisp, so we're clear. We're good. We're good. We're both missing, so I guess that works out fine. It does allow him to get some more lefties gained, but whatever. I'm going to go for Head Smash again. He wants to change plans and switch in a Hitmonchan, which resists Head Smash, but that wasn't much of a resistance. So I'll send him Michiru in case he wants to swing with the expected fighting, but he doesn't. He wants to swing with a Fire Punch instead, which is going to finish Crystal Man off. But I guess it did its job. It got a kill. It sort of kind of prevented spin. It was never a factor, but it sort of prevented spin, and it got spikes up, got a kill. So good stuff, good stuff. Tron, who can probably take on just about anything Hitmonchan has. Maybe I think even learn Earthquake. I'm not sure. Whatever. Anyway, he Fire Punches and proceeds to get poisoned. And I'm watching his HP bar, and yup, he's definitely gonna die from poison on the next turn. So I kind of got a free turn here to set up either Stealth Rock or another layer of T-Spikes. As of right now, because he has Sableye, I want to get up T-Spikes, just in case Aggron's not able to do anything against it. You know, I want to get Toxic up on that thing. Since Buzzkill, which at the time I was surprised it wasn't a Scyther, because that's Seaman Scyther's nickname. It happens to be the same type, though. And it's apparently pretty powerful. Well, it actually doesn't kill it in one hit. Okay. It does considerable damage, and yeah, Grenade Man's not going to be able to take on that at all. That was my Choice Band Grenade Man, so I was hoping, you know, if he could live, then maybe he could get a Choice Band Rock Slide off, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So far it seems to be purely special based. It doesn't look to be a reversal Yanmega. It's also a Life Orb Yanmega, which is why I was hurting so much. So I'll send in Medi to use either move and take its Air Slashes well enough anyway. Hitmonchan comes in for Death Fodder off Spikes, and see what he wants to drop in. Wants to drop in Nintendo, and because Nintendo has slow start, it can't get going. Perfect nickname, by the way. What do we want to do against this? It's pretty. As much as I love Registeel's bulk, he has no way to recover. He doesn't even have rest. So getting him poisoned is definitely going to be a good thing. And on top of that, Toxic sort of encourages you to switch out so that you don't last. Toxic damage doesn't last or doesn't start racking up, and Regigigas doesn't work very well unless he can stay in for very long. So Toxic is a great answer to him. So I'm really glad I set up that second layer. As much as I would love to put up Stealth Rock now, and that's probably what do I go for that? Well, I probably go for that, but I hit myself in confusion anyway. So Yanmega comes in again, unscathed from Stealth Rock, and it does have Life Orbs, so I feel pretty okay about Medi just being able to take this thing out. He's gonna Air Slash, and it's probably gonna hurt us about the same percentage of HP amount. And I've got Soft Boiled, and he doesn't, so obviously he can flinch me with that or get a special defense drop with Bug Buzz. But I'm gonna Soft Boil back up and just let him keep hurting himself with Life Orb. He's got a finite amount of attacks he can endure, and I guess I suppose I have a finite amount of Soft Boileds, but it's far greater. So he's got 10 attacks, and it's probably not going to be the equivalent of 10 Soft Boileds. So Disco comes in and gets Toxic, which is great. That means that thing is not going to be able to stay in there all day. T-Bolts for some additional damage, and Poison cancels out lefties in the first turn. And I'm just going to leave Medi in here to, try to whittle him down and see how much it can do. It gets a burn on me, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I can clear it off if I want to, but it's just residual damage. It is a pain against Yanmega, but okay, looks like I will go ahead and clear it off. He recovers, but he is on the clock from Toxic, so It's not gonna work out in the long run, and I just have to stay alive with Medi and try to keep her in as pristine condition as I can for Yanmega. I don't want to take too many chances on air slash flinches, and especially if he gets a drop with Bug Buzz, that would be not good either. But he burns me again and dies from Toxic, I think before I had a chance to aromatherapy there. So sends in Millionaire, the Dragonair. It's well documented that Malk prefers Dragonair to Dragonite, as do I. Because of that, because it's not 4x weak to Ice Beam. Still, however, takes a hefty amount, and Shedskin actually clears the poison status, so there you go. It's you know, better to clear Burn and Paralyze, but I'll take clearing Toxic as well on a Dragon Dancer. That's a pretty handy thing just to have in your back pocket. So I do not want to take a Outrage or whatever he's got, and he actually picks Waterfall, so I don't want to take a +1 Waterfall either. Tron actually lives it quite well. I mean, I guess that's because it's Dragonair, not Dragonite, but still, takes it pretty well. Looks like it won't take a second one though, but definitely did her job. At the time, she was just going to be death fodder, so she wound up to live 2 hits instead, but that's fine. So Skullman comes in. This one, of course, does not have Ice Punch. I need to make a 3rd Skullman now, or a second non-beta one that does have Ice Punch, by the way. Waterfall does, yeah, not very much at all. So I guess that's why more people don't prefer Dragonair, but whatever. Anyway, finish it off with an EQ. And what comes in next? What comes in next? Thinking. Oh, there we go. Okay, Buzzkill. So Yanmega comes back in. And I don't know why I get the bright idea. I think I'm going to stay in with Skullman here. When, you know, even if I do bring him down to the ground, Bug means that he still resists Earthquake. Even if he doesn't have the immunity, he's still got the resistance to it anyway. But Air Slash is going to 2-hit KO me. It's speed boost, so it's not Tinted Lens. So, I don't know. I felt like I kind of threw my Dusk Noir away there for nothing, but and he would have been pretty decent against Regigigas as well. So, I send in Hardman. I don't know why I'm deviating from the game plan of, oh, I'll just stall him out with Blissey. And then, of course, he has Hidden Power something. It's not Hidden Power Sun. It's Fighting or Ground. I would assume Ground. I don't know. Anyway, so I finally get my crap in order and realize, hey, let's go with the original plan. Let's just try to stall him out with Medi. I suppose you know, sacrificing those guys did get him some more Life Orb damage, so it absorbed some hits that Medi no longer had to take. But his last guy is this thing, which, you know, Dusk Noir would be pretty good against. Is Stab, Stomp, or whatever is probably pretty nice. And I'm actually kind of glad I'm burned. It means I won't be able to get Paraflinched by, you know, Paraflinch Fusioned by Confuse Ray and Stomp and Thunderwave. So I won't be able to get Thunderwaved anyway. I'm just burned and confused instead of paralyzed and confused. And I actually forget who's faster here, but I should be able to just whittle him down. He's not going to be. Looks like I am faster, at least right now. Okay, Headbutt, not Stomp. I think he has Stomp when you fight him in story mode. But yeah, see, Dusk Noir would have been pretty nice there, eh? Anyway, he's on a clock. I'm sort of on a clock, but I have a way to turn back the clock in the form of Soft Boiled. So see if I can get this going before his turns fail. And yep, see, there's Thunderwave. So that's why I was glad I actually stayed burned. And yeah, Serene Grace for the win. What is it? Natural Cure. Don't need Natural Cure. What are you talking about? Give me Serene Grace. So he headbutts, and even if that attack power gets doubled, I'm not overly concerned about that much damage. So, you know, he's got lefties, but he's also toxic. So good call setting up two layers of toxic spikes this fight. Definitely the correct play. I think that was another headbutt. I used Ice Beam. Okay. Looks like he's gonna go down momentarily. And yep, there he goes. There goes the Gigas down. So you know, I sort of deviated from my plan with the Yanmega. Probably could have had a 3-0 out of it, but whatever. I'll take a 1-0 any day. Another great game. Thanks for playing, Malk. And this is actually the last standard I think I have in my bin currently. At least of the games that I'm currently keen on uploading. So I'm gonna have to play some more come this fall, and I'll have some new guys for that. Thanks for sticking around. Later days.